Hello everyone, I'm here again, and this time I'm going to talk about season 5 is not that. There are people who say, well, season 5 is not that bad, it's still good, we can still watch it and enjoy it. Only a few of them. So, without any further ado, go the intro. Yeah, that's it. I use Darcy's powers just to illusion and delusion, bringing fire to the sphere of the sun and the moon, please. If you have understood this, here. Okay, now, without any further ado, I'm going to talk about. Okay, so first of all, 16 again, students again. They have graduated, we can see it in the first movie. And it makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, why students again? Well, we do know why, because the creators can't think. They are like a beehive. They can't have their dreams, their motivations, their ambitions. We will talk about this. So let's start by the first episode. First of all, we have Roxy being excluded, which in the fourth season, in the 14th episode, the title is literally 7, the perfect number. So wouldn't that mean that Roxy would be the seventh Winx? Let us continue with Jason. What the heck happened with him? They have a contract, didn't they? We will be singers, but we will continue to fight in the. We will fight against the evil of the magical universe, but then they completely forgot about Jason. And again, in the episode 1, we have 3 things to talk about. Fly underwater in other. Why do we need harmonics? Let me explain. So, in the first season, they could create a bubble of oxygen. They could breathe with, and they have no problem whatsoever. Moving underwater. We will talk also about the fights underwater, but it's why harmonics? They can create. In fact, Aisha in season 3, thanks to her, they could fly underwater, and there was no problem whatsoever. And it was Aisha who the first one my wings don't work. Well, why didn't you create a bubble of oxygen as you did in season 3, as the Winx did in season 1 without her? So, did we really need harmonics? For the cash. For the cash. Well, we can talk about now about Roxy and Aisha. What the heck? What the heck happened? It was I hate you. I don't want to be with you. And then, it was Roy who was about to die, It wasn't that Aisha, I could have understood it if it were Aisha who were about to die, but she wasn't. It was Roy who almost died. So it was Aisha who saved him. Had it been Roy saving Aisha, I could understand that crash, by the way, my cat is here, so yeah, I shall beg for your pardon. Okay, so then we have Nabu. In Italian, it said Nabu, so, well, not like that, they pronounce it a little bit with the Japanese, well, who cares. It was excluded without any hesitation. I mean, when they were fighting against Tritanus. I don't remember if it was, well, in the finale they were fighting against Tritanus. Tritanus killed Nereus. I don't know how it's pronounced. I shall beg for your pardon again. And it's like, I know I will have no hesitancy whatsoever. Bring back Nabu. We will talk about Nabu when we get to the film. And oh yeah, let us talk about now about Serenix. Okay, so we love harmonics. Why? Because the designs are great. Their spells are great. Like, they are perfect. They are not hideous whatsoever, because Serenix is hideous. It's like generic energy beam, and that's it. By the way, I don't know if you're hearing my cat purring. Well, anyhow, like, Serenix, that's hideous. And do you know why Serenix is used? Because it's easier to animate. And then harmonics with the diapason of Musa, like, you know, the animation was cool, was right. We love harmonics. Let us talk about now about Serenix on land. Like, what's the purpose? Like, really, what is the purpose? I mean, like, if we are on Earth, that's also another thing. Like, there's been pollution. Where is Diana? Like, she is the major fairy of nature. He almost killed humans just for, you know, sorry. Oh my fucking god! I beg for your pardon. Like, you know, there was an African. Who was the word? I mean, I am so shocked. Vespa in Italian. Give me a moment. Sorry, I forgot the name, but there are bees and then the other bag. And there was the another bag here, and it almost entered here. I shall beg for your pardon again. Okay, so Serenix Plan, we were talking about Diana. Like, she almost killed humans just because they were polluting the planet. And then it's like, what the heck happened to major fairies? What? Like, Diana would have fought, I think it's fought, against Tyrannus. But again, season 4 doesn't exist. Like, if we were on Earth, we can use our beliefs powers. Because, you know, people now believe in magic. And while we are on the magical universe, oh my god, I forgot, hold on. I could have stopped it, anyhow. Like, you know, while we are not in the water and in the magical universe, we can have enchantings. Now, let's talk about where did fairy dust end? Like, where? Well, they were doing the harmonics quest, no, the Serenix quest. Like, you know, harmonics, no. Fairy dust, where was it? Like, you know, at least in season 4 it was used. Like, there was so many spells. Like, for example, Musa getting mutated. Like, you know, fairy dust. It would have fixed things. But where did it end? Also, when the plant was poisoned while doing the, sorry, I'm in panic now because of the Vespa. I forgot the name in English. Well, like, you know, when there was that plant which was intoxicated by Titanus, like, we could have used the fairy dust also to bring back the mutants to life again, because fairy dust could break any fucking spell. And that's it. That's the truth. Okay, now let's talk about the mirror room. What the heck was it? Like, why? When we needed to know about what happened to Domino, Rachel and Marion, where the heck was it? Where? It makes no sense whatsoever. Now, let's talk about the no lore whatsoever about the infinite ocean. Like, we know nothing about it. What is the point? I mean, well, yeah, I understand the point of the infinite ocean. But we don't have any lore. Like, I could talk about some flaws, but there isn't, because there is no lore whatsoever. So am. Let us talk about now more about Selkies. Like they are fucking useless. Like they couldn't handle Titanics fighting them. It was like let's stop. Journey energy. I have the seal now. This is my face. Oh yeah, I also forgot. Like Titans being worse than the ancestral witches. Sorry, I can't help but laughing. Like it. That is a menace, really. And when it's very funny. It's hilarious because when all the army was ready, where the heck was it? And how would they enter in the infinite ocean if you needed sirenics? Like how? The alley was formed, and then it's like, ah yeah, it's formed. And then what? Like, what the heck happened to it? It makes no sense. Let's get united to fight against Titanus. We do literally nothing. When Anders was getting like, with those floods, I don't know how to pronounce it. Where the heck was it? Like, where? No, there's in Stormy. With Politia powers. Like, they took away Politia powers. And then what? Then what? Like, imagine, when Tritanus, I have it here, when Icy was like, you promised me. Okay, so the actual Icy, as we saw in season 2, like, it would have been Tritanus, get ready to. You promised me. And then Darcy and Stormy appeared. Like, imagine a fight, Darcy and Stormy making a convergence with Politia powers to weaken Tritanus. Like, oh, I used to forgot. Like, what's the purpose of Politia powers? And no, Politia. If the course was broken, like if it was broken, because it seemed like it wasn't broken. Let me explain. Okay, so Politia was cursed because of Sirenics, and when Bloom excuse me, when Bloom wished, I think it's wished, well, the past wished for the Serenix curse to be ended and its legacy. Like, what the heck happened to Politia? If Daphne was bring back to life again, why didn't Politia get back again? And then where the heck is Daphne at the third movie? Like, where? Because they were in with the sixth season outfit, and there it's like Daphne is not here, and then Stella says, "Oh, now that we are great, Grisella treat us worse." But again in season 6 there are students, again in season 5 there were students, again in season 7 there are also students as well, in season 4, in season 8 they. What the heck? Okay, so now. Why was Politia evil? Because, it was like, ancestor witches, Politia. Why? And where were the other 7 nymphs? Because, there were 9, and then it's like, okay, but the other ones, where they finished off, like, It makes no sense about ignoring the lore of season 1. Fights underwater. They are dull as heck. Like, what's the purpose of the Ironics really? Because, you can't move on underwater perfectly, but then it's like, generic energy beam. Oh! What's the purpose of Sirenics? You can fly underwater, but then you don't. Like, it's making no sense. You can. Oh yeah, and there was also in season 2 that thing about Griselda telling the students to avoid the attacks, like, and Stella was like, oh yeah, I would have. Ah, yeah, I wouldn't have avoided it if you hadn't told me. And then Stella, you didn't. Nor in season 2, nor did you in season 5, any of you. Because it's like, if somebody's attacking you, you can avoid the attacks. Why didn't you do it? It's like, generic energy beam with no purpose whatsoever. Oh! This is my face. Now, let's talk about Bloom versus Tritanus. Like, it should have been Aisha. Sorry, in my dub it's Layla, so I may get confused. Like, why Bloom? In fact, why was Aisha needed? Why? Bloom is the fairy of the dragon flame. Wouldn't have it been better? The power required being the dragon flame. Why? Like, it's the dragon flame. The fucking dragon flame. Why isn't it used? Why Aisha specifically? Like, why? Why her? Then it's like, also, I don't know if I have said this already, but when Urias died, there was no, I said it, like, no hesitation, like, oh, Nabu, I could bring back Nabu to life, and then there was no hesitation whatsoever. There was also the thing about with Crystal and Hillian. Let me tell you. Make an idea. Like, imagine if I thought there was no conflict. I thought the conflict was like solved when Crystal helped. No, Crystal, no. Who? I forgot the name. Sorry, the princess of. Yeah, I think it's Crystal. Sorry, I forgot the name. When Crystal healed Sky, I thought the conflict was over. Like, imagine if it makes no sense. I had it completely forgotten. I thought the conflict was ended. Take a look. If it is, like, relevant, it isn't. Well, maybe for Flora to fight against her insecurities. It makes no sense whatsoever. And then, in the finale, we have Bloom singing. Like, it was Musa who used to sing, because in other season it's Bloom who sings. Like, Musa has no purpose whatsoever to sing. They have, like, their ambitions like this. Like, as I had said, all the intro, nothing. Well, that's how their ambition ended. Now let's talk about Oblivion, because it makes no sense. Like, okay, Tritanus was sent in Oblivion. How? In the movie. I'm talking about the movie. Like, the tricks fled. How? Why? I mean, why was Oblivion? Why was Tritanus sent to Oblivion, but the tricks fled? Like, why? Why not? Why? Why not? Why though? And that's a few of all. Talking seriously, because I have no other space to write. There are even worse things about this season. So, well, I think that's all I can say. Ah, by the way, I haven't talked about Love and Pet, because there was in a comic showed that it was sold to another girls. So, yeah, that's the reason why I haven't talked about them. about it. So again, that's a few of all things. And well, I hope you have a great day. I hope, because like, it's a day is greater if you don't watch like post season 4 seasons. Well, actually, I kind of like season 8. Let's be honest, I liked it. And yeah, that's it. I hope you have a great day. Go the outro. Who the fuck has a fucking outro? Well, no, there are lots of channels who have it. Like, imagine, I have no idea whatsoever to animate, to edit, yet I know better how to animate than these writers. Yep, I think that's all. Well, like, I could talk about stellage phasing, but it's like, blur. It's like, bruh. My face. I hope you have a nice day. This is for sure the last time. The last time I say it, because I will keep on giving war to this. Bye bye.